Good morning. Well, our political leaders are always ready to do something which is apparently good for themselves, for the sound bites, while there might be a canker. There's a worm in the apple all around. And the latest worm is the foreign workers. I have nothing against the foreign workers. And many times we need them desperately. And we need them in two places. One, in extremely routine jobs where the Canadians don't want to go, repetitive jobs, skillless jobs. And the second is highly skilled jobs where the people in Canada are not available. That being so, the Niagara, the multitude of the foreign workers coming to the country is more often than not is not in the best interest of either the country or the people. It is in the best interest of two organizations, two groups. One is the employers. They hire the workers and do not pay them as they ought to pay to Canadian workers, so they save money on that. Secondly, since they are saving money, they contribute liberally to the funds of the political parties. And political parties gain because those foreign workers, if and when they get the citizenship, would be devoted admirers of that political party in power that brought them in. You know it. People in Brampton and Vancouver and Mississauga are all crazy about the Trudeau mania because their conception is, though it's wrong, that it was Trudeau who facilitated their immigration. Now coming to the foreign workers. Are you aware that in the last 5 years, there has been a steady increase of foreign workers? And the increase is, don't be amazed and don't be shocked, 926%. Imagine in 5 years the number of the foreign workers increasing 926%. And this is a report given by the Globe and Mail. Now, just juxtapose it, place it side by side with a real economic situation. 32,000 jobs gone in 1 month. We discussed it in the couple of programs previously, how July has been a very bad month. And total loss in the last 5 years, 86,000 jobs. A trade deficit of $4.6 billion. So imagine a huge loss in the jobs, huge trade deficit, and the number of the foreign workers is increasing. Where are they going to work? The places where the Canadian worker has been thrown out, or in those places where the Canadian worker would have gotten employment but for these foreign workers. What sort of justice? What sort of fair play? What sort of equity? What sort of concern for the people is here? Our most worthy, venerable Minister of Immigration, John McCallum, was recently in China and he signed an agreement facilitating the easier and enhanced, increased intake of the foreign workers, getting all the praise from all the concerned, and he comes back lionized much feted and much admired for facilitating foreign workers to this land, where thousands and thousands are unemployed, where the number of the people on the security is, social security I mean, is increasing every day, where the job opportunities are decreasing. Lord, what's happening to the political leaders? Now come to the promises they had made. When the federal government, the present federal government, came into power as a result of the 2014 elections, they made certain promises. The promises were huge investment in infrastructure so that jobs can be created. And if I look at it, they had promised for trade 3.66 billion. 1.5 billion was for the youth to give them employability. 60 billion was for infrastructure. And 900 million was for innovation, and 800 million was for training of the people. Has that been done? No. Do we need it? Yes. Then why is it those promises have not been fulfilled, but the other promises, getting in more refugees, creating a burden, getting in more trade workers, making people more unemployed, they are being carried out? Where are our priorities? And where is our commitment to our people? It's very easy to say we are great, we are gracious. It's extremely easy to say that, look here, we want the best in the people, so we want those workers to come so that Canadians don't have to work in those places. Now let's see where the foreign workers are coming. If they come for the agriculture, which they come, they are exploited, and the present people who are working are thrown out. They are mostly going to jobs in the fast food industry. But do they remain there? As a matter of fact, they come in, and this is a way of getting in permanently. And even if they don't get in permanently, when my unemployment is 80,000 in the last 5 years accumulated, when in 1 month I lose 32,000 jobs, and when I know that there's no hope that I'll be able to provide jobs to the people, then why bring in foreign workers? Charity begins at home. Let's be very clear about that. Until my people are fully fed, until my people are fully employed, I do not want foreigners to come and take the share of the cake. The piece of the pie which they might get is only after my people have been satiated. How does it pain that you invite a guest, give him sumptuous meal, and your kids are crying out of starvation and hunger and thirst? And that's a situation which the country is facing today. I would like to ask John McCallum, has he done a study that these unemployed people, are they not willing to work there? There have been very rare instances when a person says, no, I don't want to work as a bartender. I don't want to work as a busboy in a restaurant. I don't want to clean the washrooms. Very rare, maybe 1 in 5,000. Majority would like to have at least a minimum wage so that his children can be fed, so that his family can have its proper stay, so that they do not lose their human dignity. And suppose those people don't want it, and they say, okay, we'll prefer to be on EI, and we'll prefer to be on welfare rather than work. Then what's the way out? The way out is not to get the foreign workers. The way out is to make changes in the law that it is obligatory for these people to work, only then they'll get the social security. This is exactly what I told the earlier time Roosevelt had done at the time of the New Deal, when the Depression was there. Create jobs and force people, okay, you are getting paid this social security, let's translate it into the work, so many hours you have got to work. If you don't work, you don't get the social security. And you would find it will have two benefits. A, the unemployment will go away. B, you would not have to fritter away your scarce resources for very elusive gains. Now come to the point. Why do we need foreign workers? Okay, along with this increase in foreign workers, John McCallum made another statement. And that was to increase the number of the legal immigrants. More than 300,000. We normally used to have between 265 to 275,000 immigrants every year, which was based on historical perspective, and that's what the need of the country is. And what changes have been there in the economic order that we need another 50,000 immigrants every year? There has been no logical reasoning provided. There has been no real study done that we need more people. Now imagine 300 or 350,000 people coming every year. Where do they concentrate? Only in two places. 80% of them gravitate to two places, in British Columbia, Vancouver, Surrey area, and in Ontario, GTA area. And some 20% go and are spread over, say, in Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, and other places. What a burden you are placing on these areas. I mean, I was talking to Linda Jeffrey the other day, and she was saying, well, our population is going up, and Mississauga population has gone up. They feel happy that the more people there, the more they pay the property tax. But look at the burden on the services, the water, hydro, in roads, transportation, health. They come, they don't have a family doctor. And look at the walk-in clinics. They are just deluded with the people. So you are bringing in people. You do not have the policy to disperse them. You know, you're not China. You're not Russia, that you will force people to go from one place to another place. They could do it. They said, no, you will not live here. You will live in, not in X place, but you will live in Y place. Can we do it here? No, that will be illegal, and it is inhuman. You can't force people. The liberty to stay, liberty to work is our inherent right. So then what's the way out? Way out is to change the complete system. Prioritize it. Create facilities in the far-off places. You see, when I moved from Mississauga to NFL, people were saying, well, you are committing social suicide. You are moving away from the place. And I find this is a much better place. More healthy, with all the facilities of life, better law and order, better infrastructure, better medical facilities, and more economical. Why cannot the government, some or the other, try to spread the people? And the best thing is, why concentrate all the departments over there? Create the facilities that the people move out. Give the industrialists subsidies, incentives that they set up the industries outside GT. In North, in Sudbury, in Timmins. Why not? What's wrong? Timmins was at one more time the hot seat of industrialization, not today. So, That's one way. Second is change the system in the social structure. Make people realize that, okay, they are eligible for the social security, but they've got to work for it. You cannot convert working, capable people into drones and parasites. And that's what this government is doing. And the impact of the foreign workers will increase this tendency to be a parasite. We are great people, not bad. We have the dignity of labor. But that dignity is being eroded by the parasitic, encouraging attitude of the government. The government needs to realize that foreign workers are an aid to be used only in the times of real emergency, real need. If there's a temporary need, try to get over that. Do not create a social structure which one day would fall like a house of cards. And you will have nowhere to go. You will have nowhere to protect yourself. This society needs people with vision at the helm of affairs. I agree, politicians are the same everywhere. But there is a difference between the politician and the statesman. What difference that is, we'll take up in another day. But today I'll ask our elected leaders to reconsider the decisions not to increase the immigration rate and not under any circumstance to encourage temporary foreign workers who will become such a fixture, it will be difficult for you to get out of that. It's a vice that will suffocate you. This would be irons in your legs which will stop you from moving and progressing. Act before it's too late. Thank you.